that it can be an explosive play. Yeah, and I think that. Yeah, I think here, and here's the thing. It ultimately comes down to you can have all these ideas for schemes and all these things you want to run, but at the end of the day, it's how well can you execute the blocking? Because like that's still the biggest part in having a productive return is if you don't block well, you're probably not going to have good production.
Now, the Kia Quick Picks, brought to you by Kia.
All right, new kickoff rule in the NFL. Looks weird. All the guys down on one side of the field, the kicker on the one end. They're doing this to help prevent injuries. You guys returned a lot of kicks. You return a lot of kicks for a touchdown. Do you like the rule?
You know, I just think it's a double-edged sword. So let me tell you this: the old style of kicking, if it was the old style of kicking and you take a snapshot, this is where they would end up if you take that snapshot when the returner catches the ball. They'll be about where they start at right now. So it just looks weird because the problem is they eliminate the onside kick, the surprise onside, which is the aspect of the game that a lot of good kickers took advantage of, and it made the return team have to stay at home. So you remove that for the sake of safety, but these are where the guys would end up if you take a snapshot when the returner catches the ball. They would end up about where they are now. So, but it also puts them in the kickoff coverage team in a disadvantage where those safeties can't pull out as far as they can, and I think there should be more returns.
I particularly like it, especially if they're going to. I would like that they would enforce a bigger penalty on the kickoff team for kicking it in the end zone.
Yes.
Because now teams are electing to just kick it in the end zone and take the 30.
Yep.
Whereas if you give a bigger penalty, then they're more likely to kick it in that zone and give a returner like myself and Josh an opportunity. So now as the returner, I really love it because you make a guy or two miss and you can run. And so that's what I thought it would look like, but I see teams are more willing to take that 30-yard. They take the ball to 30 yards.
Yeah, if it was at the 35 for kicking in the end zone, oh, yeah, teams will be kicking it in that zone all day long. 35 is just two first downs away from a field goal.
Right.
We talked about guardian caps. This is the next thing for player safety. They do this. They pick a play, say this is the biggest play in the NFL where the injuries occur. Well, then they get rid of it. Well, then they have a next play. Now that's the highest. And then they get rid of that. And then they'll find another one. And at what point are we just getting rid of football? Now, I'm not saying that on this rule, but I mean we've seen this now over and over several times. They just keep getting rid of things.
I've been asking myself this question for a long time. I think they're about out of rules that they can change to keep it football as we know it. Right?
I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting for
the flags.
You're
waiting for flags.
No,
because if we want it to be real football,
right,
there's not many more rules they can change.
I'm waiting for the year they say we're returning to the old style of kickoff, the old style of the NFL, where the rules are back. You can have a wedge. And I guarantee you the eyes of the football world will be like, oh, my gosh, it's going back to the old school way of football.
Good luck.
We're going to watch that.